Alright, you guys asked for another video of this electric Grom and how it pulls. Oh, it doesn't stop pulling. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, it's the first day of March and we're out on a ride. It's about 55 degrees today. Still have some cinders and stuff on the road, so we have to be careful. I hope the audio is good. I've been playing with it a little bit. I just have a cheap Purple Panda mic set up right now, attached to my GoPro. So I'm gonna put a few miles in on this thing, get some testing and tuning done. I'll give you guys an overview of the bike. I'll find a nice spot to stop and show you. Oh yeah, she boogies. I hope you guys can hear that noise. There's just something about that noise that just screams power. This bike's making over 35 horse and 90 foot-pounds of torque. So I've had it up over 100 miles an hour already with the gearing that I'm running now, and it gets 0 to 60 in no time at all. I'm gonna throw it on the draggy for everybody too. No gloves on, it is definitely a little chilly, for sure. So let's try to find a spot here so I can pull over and show you guys this thing. So I am lowered 4 inches in the rear and 5 inches in the front to help it stick to the ground a little better. And the way the gearing's set up, I'm kind of like right in mid-range, not too much acceleration where it blows a tire off, but not too much top end where it takes forever to get there. Gotta wait till these drag slicks get warmed up. Now I am running 2 hand brakes. My right one is a front brake and my left one is a rear brake. I opted out of having a foot brake just because it is electric and we don't need a clutch. But I have noticed with the regen of the motor, you don't really need to use your brakes that often unless you need to stop like really hard, because it's just like a Tesla where when you let off the throttle it slowly like slows down. I mean, I don't know how to explain it if you've never experienced like a regen. It's like hold back from the motor and the magnets. And regenerative braking is nice because it recharges your battery, like not a super amount, but it recharges your battery just a little bit and gives you a little bit extra. Essentially uses the energy that you would use braking to repower your battery. It's a busy time of day. We're gonna pull out here. People are just staring like, what is that thing? And I do have a quarter turn throttle on this, so it literally takes like nothing to get it going. Like, I'm barely on the throttle at all. And we're probably doing about 30 miles an hour right now. There is nothing like electric torque. It is crazy. Everybody needs to experience it. It's just right there. What's really crazy about the electric motor is you don't really hear it other than the winding. Like, I can hear myself breathe right now. And even like cars behind me, which usually you can't hear cars behind you. Like, I just heard that white car trying to pass me. Just do a quick rip around the old block here. It is kind of chilly on the hands. I don't have any gloves on, so I'm not going to be riding long. I just wanted to get it out, put a few miles on it, do some more testing and tuning. This thing does have 3 different modes on it, so I can change it up from like an eco mode to a regular mode, sport mode, and everyone has different power curves and ranges on it. And for every mode, the battery lasts longer or shorter. Obviously, sport mode, you're going to get less miles out of it. But if you're trying to get like a long commute, like 100 miles out of it, you can get it in eco mode, and it'll probably still do around 70 miles an hour, which like an average Grom would do. This thing's just too much fun. Absolutely too much fun. People are so strange. Still trying to find like a cul-de-sac or something so I can show you guys this thing. Somewhere to pull off. I was gonna stop back there at all those warehouses, but it just seemed like there was a lot of activity. There is still a few things that I'm going to add to this to clean it up. So this isn't the absolute finished product, but this is the running product. Look for a cul-de-sac. That looked like a dead end down there. Alright, let's go down here out of everybody's way. Oh, maybe not. oh. Don't want to bend up the wheels. Oh, right there is a cul-de-sac. Perfect. It was the next street up. Wonderful. Alright, let's do a little overview. This is the electric Grom. It is on PMT race slicks. They handle great on the street, even though they're not supposed to be on the street once they're warmed up. We have a 51 amp hour battery with 88 volt max. Obviously, we have gotten rid of the brake and the shifter. Made our own slim rear sets, kind of race style. As I stated before, we are lowered 4 inches in the rear, 5 inches up front. I still have to add the front fender with the front fender brackets. We are running big waved rotors in the front and standard size waved rotors in the rear. But yeah, I mean, it's an animal. 400 amp continuous discharge. Nice display up top here. Don't mind my phone. We are running the quad lock mount. And as I stated before, we have a rear brake. We have our front brake. I did wrap the box in carbon. Stretched about 5 inches just to hold it down to the ground. We have not put any lighting on it yet, because in the state of Pennsylvania, you technically don't need to register or insure an e-bike, and this is an e-bike. But I do plan on putting like a supermoto kit on it, like a Tusk supermoto kit, and I'll get a flush mount pod light for inside the plate, maybe put some signals on it to make it completely street legal, and just register it as a Grom. But yeah, this thing rips. SMT wheels, definitely smooth as an arrow, and they're just crazy clean. Well, not right now, they got brake dust on them, but just the finish of them is insane. And I'm gonna go out and ride around a little bit more, but that's pretty much the overview of the bike. I am actually, how we have the gray side panels, I ordered the black side panels for it, so it'll all be blacked out, really stealthy. And also one of my panels is cracked because somebody knocked a bike over, and so I did order that. I am replacing that. You probably did see that with the walk around. But other than that, it's pretty much dialed and tuned how I want it for daily use. Once it starts getting warmer, I will be riding this thing every day. It's way more fun than your standard Grom. Like a standard Grom doesn't even hold a candle to this thing. But that'll conclude today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please give me a like, share, subscribe, as I'm gonna try to do some more daily vlogs and just getting this thing out in the street, seeing how people act around it, maybe get some races with some people. And also, if you don't know who I am, Higher Class Hippie on Instagram and TikTok. if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. I do plan on turning this whole like system into a kit. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a DM and we'll get you hooked up. Peace, guys.